Welcome. Go ahead and close the eyes. Let your spine be nice and long. Take a few deep breaths and notice what comes up. Notice what sensations in the body, tightness, stiffness, what releases easily, what takes a little longer, and try to not judge them as good or bad, but just noticing them. I was in the park yesterday and this interesting fellow started a conversation with me, and we were talking about struggle and how deep-rooted our struggle is in our past. So whatever thoughts or stresses or spots in the body that are creating tension, these are all part of our struggle. So whatever that is, just inhale it all in. Hold the breath. Open the mouth and let it out. You can continue these deep breaths, and each time pulling in the sensations that you're having right now, not trying to avoid them or wish they were different or get rid of them, but fully and completely surrendering to them and accepting that maybe, yeah, I'm a little stiff here, or I have a little frustration here, or a little stress here, and that's okay. It's okay to have those things. That's the thing about life, is that life is always ups and downs. There's always pain and pleasure cycles. It only becomes a struggle when we make that a problem. When we take these sensations we're feeling in the body or the thoughts that are coming in and we're going, oh, that's a problem, then it becomes struggle. And something that I see a lot with my private clients who are working through a lot of injury is that we start to identify with our pain. We start to identify with, oh, my hurt hip. My hurt hip is part of who I am. And it becomes that much harder to then work through it when we're identified with it. So notice where your thoughts are now, and notice if you can still find those long inhales and long exhales. And so often I find myself talking about my struggle or complaining about my struggle, and it's all in this strange sort of sense of my work and my struggle is going to earn me something. But even if we were to earn a whole lot of money, if we haven't worked through these struggles, we would find the same struggles coming up, but just in more luxurious surroundings. And the same is in our body. So as we move through our practice, I don't want you to think of it as a struggle, but just as an opportunity to notice where your habits are. Am I struggling because I think that I have to work really hard in order to release or open up or strengthen? So whatever all of that brought up for you, inhale it all in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Open the mouth, let it out. Inhale it all in through the nose. Hold the breath. Open the mouth, let it out. Inhale it all in. Hold the breath. Open the mouth, let it out. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Let your feet come out in front of you. Hip distance apart, really flex your toes back towards you. Engage your quadriceps, really feel that activity. Feel the chest nice and high, and then start to lean back to that spot where your core is really engaged. Notice if your low back starts to get engaged, and that means that you've gone too far back. So find that spot right where your core is active, and reach your fingertips out to the side. Keep the quads active, the core active, crown of the head reaching long. Now, if you start to find any tension in your neck and shoulders, and that means that your work is transferred to your low back. So keep the core really engaged, keep the toes pulling back, same deep breaths. Reach the thumb and the pinky a little farther away from each other. Try and relax the shoulders, and let the left ear come down toward the left shoulder. Core engaged, toes flexing back, quads engaged. Reach long through the fingertips. Same deep breaths. And then gaze down to the outside of your left knee. Keep that right hand reaching really far, especially through that thumb. Same deep breaths. See if you can get your hands a little farther away from each other. See if you can lean back just a little bit more. Keep your quads engaged, toes flexed. Same deep breaths. And then try to place the back of your head on your left shoulder, so really gaze up high. Reach even farther through the right fingertips. Same deep breaths. And slowly coming back through center, pull your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, float your toes if you can. Rock gently from side to side. And place your left heel down, back behind you, the right sole of the foot, the left knee. Start to walk the hands out to the right. You can take the left hand underneath the right arm into a nice twist. Lengthen through the crown of the head, press down with the right hand, same deep breaths. And just notice how much your body is working, how much your breath is working. Are you creating more or less work than what your body needs, what your breath needs? Slowly unwind, coming back to seated. Take the feet back out in front of you, flex the toes, engage the quads, engage the core, lean back, almost to that point where your feet start to lift. Really engage the core. Reach the arms out, spine long, same deep breaths. Engage the quadriceps even more, and right ear towards your right shoulder. Just notice what's happening in your body. Are you pushing yourself to your edge? Are you pushing yourself beyond your edge? If you're not quite sweating, then reach longer through your fingertips. Use your triceps. Relax your shoulders. Engage your core. Let your chest get a little farther away from your toes. Engage your quadriceps. Pull your toes back. Gaze down toward the outside of your right knee. Keep the left fingertips reaching. See if you can feel this all the way through the back of the neck. Same deep breaths. Are you collapsing into your low back? Is the core still engaged? Place the back of your head down toward the right shoulder. Try and gaze all the way up. Deep breaths. And pull your knees in. Float the toes. Take the feet around to the right side. Reach out to the left. Nice little twist. Notice your thoughts. Notice your breath. And then make your way to downward facing dog. Really spread the fingers, pressing down with the whole palm. Release the heels down, engage the core, pull it in and up. Put a little bend in the knees, a little bend in the elbows, lengthen the crown of the head a little closer towards your hands. And start to lower your knees so they're just an inch above the earth, your shoulders over your wrists. Engage your core, pull it in and up, same deep breaths. And yes, our body is working, so much is happening. No reason to turn it into a problem or a struggle, but just sensations. This lengthening of the breath. Try and pull your heels of your hands back towards your big toes. Center of the back a little higher. And then head back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga, shoulders way out, elbows in, engage the core all the way down. Untuck the toes, engage the low back, lift the heart. And then lift the hands. Let all the work be in your low back. And see if you can release your glutes. Long inhales and long exhales. Try and relax your shoulders. Place the hands down right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Engage your core. Center of the back. Be the first thing up as you come up for plank. And then head back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet. Reach the right hand back for the outside of the left ankle. And pull in with that right hand. Find that nice twist. Try and look underneath that left tricep. Same deep breath. Place the right hand down. Reach back with the left. Long inhales, long exhales. And place the hands down. Walk the hands all the way back to your feet. Feet hip distance apart. Spread the toes. Feel that alignment. The second toe, ankle, knee, and hip on each side. Clasp opposite elbows. Little bend in the knees. A few deep breaths. Feel the torso and head heavy. Notice where your thoughts are. Notice your deep breaths. I know a lot of times that I find struggle in my thoughts. I think that my racing thoughts are this giant problem and this negativity in my life. But that's like saying, don't think about thinking. Of course, you're going to keep thinking. We start labeling and identifying with our problems. They just become exacerbated. See if as you release and feel your head heavy, you can release even more. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, reach the fingertips out. Inhale, lengthen. Keep all the work in your core, not your low back. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release down. This time, inhale, bend really deep into your knees. Reach the fingers up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Find that focal point. Find those same deep breaths. Transfer the weight even more towards your heels. Try and get your chest a little higher. Pull your feet in toward each other, but keep them at hip distance. It'll gauge the insides of your legs. Notice if you're really trying to reach through your fingers, and then maybe let them come out to the side or hands to the hips. Think more about a deep breath than trying to work so much up through our shoulders and our neck. So common for us when something starts to weaken our core, our legs. We start to send all of the stress up into our neck and our shoulders. That's why so many of us have all this tension in our shoulders. So as you breathe deep, try and feel that release. And feel all the work in the bottom half of your body. Hands to heart center. Left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Push down with the right hand. Same deep breaths. Pull that left knee back. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Long inhales, long exhales. Bend a little deeper into the knees. Inhale, coming back, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right elbow, left thigh. Long inhales, long exhales. Notice if the feet are still trying to pull in toward each other. But keep the knees, the feet, the toes all at hip distance. And then inhale, come back, chair pose. Exhale, lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway up. Use your core, pull it in and up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, reach long. Inhale, lengthen even more. And exhale, release down. Walk the hands back out, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, Chaturanga. Keeping the core engaged. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, back up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping your heart sinking towards your toes. Start to let your knees fall down toward the earth. Still pressing down through the tips of the fingers. Try and put a little bend in your elbows. Same deep breath. Straighten back out, downward facing dog. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Place it down near the right hand. Put a little bend in that back knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Find your way up. I know those thighs are exhausted. See if you can feel that fire that's being generated from your thighs. Pull it up into your core. Let it find that even deeper breath. Let it stoke those flames in your core. Let your body get hot. Let it get warm. Don't think of it as good or bad, but just an experience of letting the sweat come down your brow, letting your breath be really deep. Don't turn it into a problem or a struggle, but just an experience. Now, if that experience just gets to be a little too overwhelming, you can gently place that back knee down. Otherwise, try to stay in it. Pulling the hips forward, engaging the core, same deep breaths. And then gently place the fingertips down. Place the back heel down at an angle toward the front of your mat. Then start to straighten the front leg. You can bring your hands to your thigh, shin, or out towards your feet and really pull back on that right heel. Try and release underneath that right hip. Same deep breath. Come up to the ball of that left foot one more time. Bend into the right knee. Find yourself all the way up, crescent pose. I know those legs are on fire. Try and pull the feet toward each other. Bring your hands to heart center. And then place the left hand down. Reach the right fingertips up. Same deep breaths. Keep the feet pulling in toward each other. Notice if the left heel is falling out. And then place the right hand down. Make a little pillow with the left side of the mat. Bend into the left knee, reach back with the right hand or with the left, however you can grab that heel and pull it in. And just take a little time in this nice release after all that work. Really feel that through the quad. Try and roll far enough forward that you're on the bottom of your quadricep, not on the top of your knee. Same deep breaths. And gently release the left foot. Take an inhale in. And exhale, we're going to head all the way back. If you can sit on the inside of that left heel. If that puts too much pressure on your knee, pull that heel all the way around. Chest nice and long. Take an inhale in. Exhale and just gently reach out for those toes. A few deep breaths. Keep the quads active. Notice your thoughts. Notice your breath. Notice your focus. And notice if part of you is thinking, well, I should be struggling more right now if I want to see results, if I want to see change. I should be hurting somehow. I know there's a part of me that always thinks that I need to hurt to earn something in my life. That generates a lot of struggle. See if you can allow the opening in kindness and love and light. Slowly find your way all the way forward. Send the right foot back to meet the left. And take a few breaths in plank. So I want you to notice if you're collapsing into your low back, that's taking all the work out of your body. And it's just letting you collapse into your SI joint. So really pull your core in and up. Feel like your entire body is making a slight bow. So you're not exactly parallel to the earth. You're slightly curving up so that your core has to pull in and up. And then feel like your thumbs are trying to reach toward each other and engage your pecs. Find those same deep breaths. Find the quadriceps engaged. And bring your feet together. Roll onto the outside of the right foot. Reach the left fingers up. If you need to, you can place the right knee down. Otherwise, try and get those hips a little higher. Spread the fingers on the right hand. Feel that strength and stability. Long inhales, long exhales. Very nice. Slowly coming back through center. You can head all the way down to Chaturanga if you'd like a little more of a challenge. Head onto the outside of the left foot, right fingers up. Same deep breaths. I know those shoulders are getting tired. See if you can just breathe a little deeper. Don't think of it as struggle or a problem, but just as an experience. Even an experiment. Just seeing what's happening through the nervous system. Slowly coming back through center. Head all the way down. This time, head in and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel up. Exhale, bring it through. Feel that alignment, the second toe, ankle, knee, and hip on each side. You can take the left foot a little farther to the left side if you'd like a little more stability. Hands to the hips, bend in that back knee. Engage the core, pull the hips forward. Feel like the front of that right hip is trying to head all the way to the front of your mat. And this time maybe close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Feel the fire in those quads. Pull that fire up into your belly, into your breath. And see if you can just feel it as a sensation. One of the things I find fascinating when I work with people one-on-one is when I'm having them go into some of these poses, I just put 2 fingers on one part of their body with barely any pressure. And they're going, oh my gosh, it's too much, I can't do it, it's too much. And it's just bringing attention somewhere with 2 fingers. Starts to make them realize that these sensations that we're having, they're all in our head. Our nervous system is sending a signal to our head going, hey, there's something in my body that needs attention. So do we want to equate that attention with pain as something negative, as struggle, or can we just breathe through it? And sometimes we can't. Sometimes we can change our situation and place that knee down and be kind to ourselves. But can we just experience it? Gently place the fingertips down. Place that back heel down, toes toward the front corner of the mat. Straighten that left leg. Come up as high as you need to. Just don't put the hands directly on the knee. Keep the weight on the thigh or the shin. Same deep breath. Long through the crown of the head, pulling back on that left heel. Where's your breath? Where are your thoughts? Focus. Come up to the ball of the right foot, bend into the left knee, find your way up, crescent pose. Bring the hands to heart center. See if you can start to feel that twist before you even find your way down with that right hand. Left fingers up, pulling the feet in toward each other. Try to not put too much weight in that right hand. See if you can bend even deeper into that left knee. Pull that left hip back into your midline. Deep breath. And place the left hand down. Make a little pillow with the right side of your mat. Place the right knee down. Bend into the right knee. Reach back with the left or right hand. Sink the hips forward. Release through that quadricep. After all that work, should feel really nice. Deep breaths. Notice where your thoughts are. Notice your focus. See if you can still find that inhale in. Long exhale out. Down into your belly, down into your diaphragm. And gently release that side. Take an inhale in. Exhale, heading all the way back. Bring that right foot around if you need to. Sit up nice and tall. And head out toward the left toes. Keep the quadricep engaged. Toes flexing. Crown of the head long. And notice the thoughts and the focus. Still breathing deep. What are you thinking about right now? Where did your mind go? Just notice it, don't judge it. Just notice the habits of our thoughts, especially when we're given a moment. Well, this time, roll up. Bring that right foot around. Come into a nice, easy seated position. Hands down on the knees or palms facing up. Close the eyes. A few deep breaths. The body is warm, awake. Breath is awake. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Long exhale out the nose. Deep inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Long exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Long exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. Let your belly fill up down below your ribs. Slow exhale out. Push the belly back toward the spine. Let's do that again. Inhale into the belly. Let the shoulders remain stationary. Don't let the stress come up into your neck and shoulders. Slow exhale out. Keep the shoulders relaxed as the belly does all the work. Deep inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Huge inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 3, 2, 1. Huge inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 11, 10, 9, 8. You can do it. Just keep holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the breath come back to normal. Spine nice and long. And then find your way out, downward facing dog. Keep those same long breaths down into your belly. And then inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, Chaturanga. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. Exhale, release down. Inhale up for plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to plank. Core engaged. Exhale down, Chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale, release down. Inhale up for plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale forward to plank one more time. Move with your breath. Exhale, floating down. Inhale through and up. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale up to plank. Exhale, back, downward dog. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. This time take the fingertips out in front of you. Then take the weight forward and up. Notice if that left hip is right next to the right. Keep the toes flexed, pointing right down at the earth. Maybe bringing one hand to heart center. Maybe both. Same deep breaths. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Now feel that right hip left hip stacking on top of the right first. And then slowly reach the right, just the tips of the fingers down. Maybe bring that left hand to your hip, or reach the left fingertips up. What's happened to your breath? Where are your thoughts? Slowly bring the left fingertips down, or keep floating. Bring that left hip down. Same deep breaths. Stack that left hip on top of the right. Reach those left fingertips up if you can. Otherwise you can keep both fingertips on the earth. Slowly coming back down. Same deep inhales, long exhales. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. And then this time from Warrior 3, we're going to bend really deep into that right knee. Float those left toes. Bring the fingers up. Crescent pose. And hands to heart center. Left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Really find that release all the way through that right hip. Place the back knee down if you need to. Otherwise, keep reaching. Open the arms, bind if it's in your practice. Same deep breaths. Even into that tight, twisted diaphragm. Long inhales, long exhales. And place the fingertips down. Place the back heel down. Find your way up. Warrior two. Pull the feet in toward each other. Really feel the core engage. Right elbow, right thigh. Reach the left fingers. Same deep breath. I know that right leg is tired, but see if you can still keep the feet pulling in toward each other. Keep the core engaged. Maybe place the right fingertips down. Or stay right where you are. Or bind if it's in your practice. We're almost there. Deep breath. Find your way up, warrior two. Straighten that right leg, reach with the right fingers. Find your way out, triangle pose. Try to align each and every joint, keep the feet pulling in toward each other. Notice if part of you is going, oh my gosh, this is such a struggle. Oh, there's so much work happening. Or if part of you is going, why isn't there more struggle? I should be trying harder. There should be more work happening in my body. Where's that desire of being other than where you are coming from? Find those same deep breaths. Come back right where you are. And bend into that right knee. Place both hands down to the inside of the right foot. Place the back knee down and tuck the toes. Staying here on your hands, or you can come down one forearm at a time. Maybe letting that right knee fall gently out to the right side. Woo. Few deep breaths. See if you can release your head, neck, and shoulders where we carry so much tension. We don't need to be involved right now. Notice your breath, notice your thoughts. And coming up to your hands, tuck the left toes, send that right foot back and up if you would like to release that hip. Then inhale that left heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Fingertips out. Weight forward and up. Same deep breaths. Hands to heart center if you would like. Or keep them down on the earth. Notice if that right hip is trying to go ahead and stack. Keep it right next to the left. Work the outside of that left hip. Deep breaths. Slowly stack the right hip on top of the left. Left fingertips down if you need to. Slowly coming back. Warrior three. Both fingertips down if you need them. Inhale, stack that right hip. Reach the right fingers if you can. Exhale, coming back, warrior three. Inhale, open, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, reach. I know that that left hip's on fire. Exhale, stick with it. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Bend into the left knee. Right toes all the way back. Find your way up. Crescent pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right elbow, left thigh. Deep breaths. Open the arms. Bind if it's in your practice. Back knee down if you need it. Long inhales. Long exhales. Notice the thoughts, the breath, the focus. See if you can still find that inhale for 3, exhale for 3. Gently unwind, back heel down, find your way up. Warrior 2. Pulling the feet in toward each other, left elbow, left thigh, right arm reaches. We're almost there. Whatever variation you had on the other side, keep the feet active, pulling in toward each other. Notice the thoughts, the focus. Notice how your thoughts are trying to pull you away. Come back into your breath. Find your way up, Warrior 2. Straighten that left leg, reach. Head out, triangle pose. We're almost there. Deep breath. Notice the activity in the feet, lengthening through the tips of the fingers. And then both hands down to the inside of the left foot. Come up to the ball of the right foot. Place that right knee down. Down to the forearms if you can. Deep breaths. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Notice the long inhales, long exhales, the heart rate, the sweat. Notice if your body is trying to hold on, it's trying to create challenge and struggle. Notice if the thoughts are trying to create struggle and challenge. And slowly come up to your hands. Tuck the right toes, send that left foot back and up. Release that hip. One final downward dog. And come forward to plank, down to your back. Take the heels up into the sky. Activate your quadriceps. Try and keep your feet right over your hips. And then see if you can lift your tailbone. But then notice if your neck and shoulders start to tense up. And take your arms out to the sides. And really feel the shoulders and neck relax. Let all the work be happening in the deepest and lowest core that you can find. Keep the quads working, keep the toes flexed and pulling back. Keep it really active. And see if you can release even more through your neck and shoulders. Same deep breaths. And feel that burn in your core as you lift your tailbone even higher up off the earth. And see if you can send that burn even lower, even deeper into your pelvis. Keep the shoulders and neck relaxed as you slowly start to send your feet farther and farther away from you. Slowly letting them descend down to the earth. Same deep breaths. Keep the quads active. Keep the feet pulling back and flex. Notice as the heels get closer to the earth how your neck and shoulders keep trying to get involved. Not pressing into your mat with your head or reaching your shoulders towards your toes. Same deep breaths. And release all the way down. Feeling that complete release into your mat. Feeling the warmth from your core radiating out to your fingertips and toes. And pull your knees up into your chest. Rock gently from side to side. If you would like to invert, you can send your feet up over your head and come into plow. If you're not inverting today, then take that right ankle, cross it over the left thigh, pull that left knee in toward you for nice reclined pigeon or thread the needle. For those of you that have come back for plow, spend a little time releasing through the thoracic spine, or get your hands high up on your back, elbows toward each other, toes up toward the sky. Be sure all the weight is in your shoulders and elbows, not in your neck. Same deep breaths. For those of you in reclined pigeon, be sure to grab the other side. Again, noticing your thoughts, notice your focus, notice your breath. For those of you in shoulder stand, slowly find your way back through plow, and gently releasing all the way down, knees into your chest. And then everyone place your heels down, close into your sits bones, push the heels down, lift the hips up for bridge, interlace the hands underneath you, or hands up by your ears if you'd like to come up for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Same deep breaths, same focus. Notice if your thoughts are trying to pull you into troubles, into struggle. Notice if your body is holding on to tension somewhere, trying to keep that struggle. Come up to the balls of the feet, roll down one vertebra at a time. Pull the right knee in, straighten the left leg out. Pull the right knee over the body with the left hand. Let the right arm come out to the side. Nice deep breaths. Notice what resistance is still in the body. Resistance is going to always cause struggle. Resistance always comes from thoughts, either past things that have already happened that we can't do anything about, or future projections that we're putting certain expectations on something. And so we resist this moment. We resist this sensation through our body, the twist through our body, the deep breath in some way. See if you can use this as an opportunity to wring out any resistance, to let go of that resistance. And know that this infinitesimal moment right now, we need not resist in any way, shape, or form. We might be able to do something to change the next moment, like right now as we head through center and head over to the other side to even out the body, pulling that left knee in, pulling it over the body with the right hand. But now that movement is past. We're in a new now, in this moment. So don't resist this moment. Don't resist any thoughts that come in. Don't resist any tension in the body. But just acknowledge it, allow it, surrender to it, and let it go. It's only through surrender that we can truly let something go, because if we're fighting against it, if we're struggling against it, we're just acknowledging it more and more. Surrender to it and let it release. Let it go. So let this slow movement back through center and out into Shavasana, turning the palms up, tucking the shoulder blades, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let this be a surrender. Let yourself surrender to the weight of your body. Let yourself surrender to the pull of the earth underneath you. Feeling yourself heavier and heavier with each part of your body that's connected to the earth. Feel that complete and total release and surrender to anything that's happening right now. Nothing we need to think, nothing we need to do, nothing we need to be. Just releasing, breathing, allowing that surrender, allowing this time, allowing now. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah. Slowly find your way back. Invite in a big breath, cleansing, releasing out. Shiva, the great eradicator. And then listening to all of the sensations in your body and thoughts, decide if you would like to stay right here, melting into the earth. Or start to activate through the fingers and toes. Roll onto one side. You can find your way back to seated. Or finish out your practice, releasing, surrendering, and letting go. Wherever you are, notice if your nervous system is a little calmer, if your breath is coming a little easier, if your thoughts seem a little bit further apart. Maybe there's just a little more surrender in your struggle. Letting that which is be. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts, Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. Take your time. There is absolutely no rush. I just want to thank you all so much for giving me the trust of guidance. I hope that you will take this sense of releasing struggle with you and recognize that it doesn't mean we can't do things now to make things better. If we're stuck in the mud somewhere, we don't want to just deny that we're stuck in the mud. But can we surrender to the fact that, yep, I'm here. All right. Now I'm going to do everything in my power to move out of the mud, but trying to deny that I'm in the mud and struggling against the mud with that negativity, usually we just get a little deeper in the mud. As most of you know, these are all donation-based classes. For those of you that make it here in person, there's a donation station on your way out. And for those of you at home, there's a donation button on your screen. We ask that you honor the suggested $15 donation if you're able, or leave whatever you can so we can continue to bring the service to our community and to the world. May you have a struggle-free day, week, month, and life. And may each one be brilliant.